G'day, welcome back for another video. Today we are at the Southwest District Football League Grand Final. Should be a good one. Let's see what happens. Here in Hamilton, Melville Oval. Now this isn't even a Southwest District League ground, but it's a neutral ground today. Branksole Mollesdale, the hometown club, they host the Grand Final, but it's going to be here at Hamilton at Melville Oval, which is really nice. The Southwest District League is probably one of the smaller leagues in Western Victoria. There's clubs from towns surrounding the regional cities of Portland and Hamilton. Dartmoor heavily featured in this game. The Giants, now, they didn't even have a junior team until last year, and they won the under-17s last year, so they're going for back-to-back here. The under-17s only lost one game throughout the whole year, so they were definitely favourites for this game. Tyler Neal, a permit player from Port Macdonald over in South Australia from the Mid-South East League, was having a cracking third quarter, but the Giants were down to Tyrendarra. It's pretty remarkable here in the under-17s at three-quarter time. Dartmoor have been leading the league this year, and Tyrendarra have come from fifth, and they're actually leading at three-quarter time, so it'd be a really good win for the Tyrendarra team here if they can get it. What's weird about this Dartmoor team is that they get a lot of players from like Port Mac and even the Mount Gambier teams to play for them. So I wonder if they'll change that rule next year, because they've dominated the juniors since they've formed a juniors side, but they might not even get the win here. Tyrendarra also had their fair share of permit players. Some of these guys had played for Portland in the Hampden League, whereas Dartmoor, being close to South Australia, got some of those South Australians over the border. The Southwest League didn't even have juniors until last year, so maybe that's why it's a little bit different. This guy here, number 44, Brad Morton, would probably be one of the best juniors in the comp. I've just upgraded Melville Oval here, and the netball up the top here is absolutely going off right now. Like, whatever they've done up there to make it so loud, I've credit to them. The netball actually used to be down on the far side of the oval down there, so it would have been way worse. Okay, that was an eventful finish. Darty didn't get the win, Tyrendarra did, and there was a little bit of a scrap on after the final siren. One of the Dartmoor players threw Darra's bloke to the ground, and then it was all on. So see what happens after that. A little bit to play out maybe, but well done to Tyrendarra. Great win. I think Morton, number 44, he's a really good player, and yeah, got him over the line maybe, but they played really well, so good on them. Resi's Grand Final here, we have Cavendish versus Heywood. Now, I went and watched Heywood a few weeks ago. We had a big viral moment with Ropper getting a couple million views. He's on the bench at the moment, so we'll see how he goes when he comes on. Heywood, I've got a lot of actual decent players. I reckon like some of them could play seniors, so we'll see what skills they have to offer for us today. Quarter time here. Heywood are just up. They'll kick 2 goals. A lot of beef in this one. Half time of the Resis, and Heywood are up by 8 points. They've held on with the win. Ropper is still yet to go on, so hopefully he comes on and gets Heywood the win here. All right, I'm here with some Heywood boys. How'd the game go today?
Pretty good. We won
pretty
by
good.
12 points in the end.
Who's best on?
Josh Beavis. One of our mates. Number 22.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the Love at Murray lad, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's good
Josh,
as well.
Josh got lost by 1 point in the league's best and fairest. So,
oh, right, okay. So he's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, do you reckon you get the win here in the Resis?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get the win.
Good. Should be a good day for Heywood then, right?
Yeah. Heywood for the win.
Now, Heywood finished third in the Resis this year, but it didn't surprise me they were winning. They had some beautiful footballers. This guy, Matthew Saylor, had played a lot of seniors. I'm not sure how you qualify for Resis in this league, but he was a great goal kicker, as was this guy. Aaron Barr was a good forward, but also a great defender when Heywood were going against the wind. We then had Robert coming on. He did this last time, came on in the third quarter, and there was a lot of applause from the crowd. They loved it. Now, I'm not sure if our man Roper registered a disposal this time, but he did have an impact on this shot of goal. Just gave it to Shepherd to make sure it goes through, and Brad Williams scores the goal. He's another player that should be playing seniors, I reckon. He's very skilled.
Third quarter here. Heywood are well up, playing really good footy. There's a bloke down at the moment, but we do have Roper playing at full forward. If we get a goal from him, it might be another 1 million views. He's a very popular man here, but unfortunately a Cavendish bloke is down. He even threw his mouth guard at some of the spectators, so they might have been giving him a bit of stick maybe, but it doesn't look good. So a bit of break and play here in the third quarter. Fourth quarter just started here. Heywood are well up, but Cavendish do have the wind. Playing an extra man here, number 33 has been going back when they've been going against the wind, so I'm expecting Heywood to hang on here. We do have Roper back on the bench, which is unfortunate, but anyway, his stint did get limited by that injury. There's just been a yellow card here for Heywood, and I think it's number 1, Luke Molan. Now, he was a top 10 draft pick for Melbourne, and he's hit a player, I believe.
Not sure there was much in that Molan incident. He was coming back from an injury this year, so he qualified for Resi's finals. He's a Heywood senior assistant coach, so I don't think he would have normally played in this game, but we got to see Roper finish off the game on the field, and he held up the Premiership Cup as captain. Now for the seniors grand final, the big game. Dartmoor playing Cavendish, and Dartmoor were the strong favourites. They had lost to Cavendish once prior, earlier on in the year. They only lost 2 games the whole year, but they did beat Cavendish by 95 points in the final home and away game of the season. So Cavendish must have had a few players out on that day, but it's a very, very convincing win. And then in the semi-final, Dartmoor won by 48 points. There was an issue for Darty though. Normally these games aren't filmed, but upon review of some footage, their key forward Christian Howlett was suspended. Luckily they do have Ethan Murdoch, their midfielder, who kicked 50 goals for the year. He was going to be someone that could score for them, but it was a bit of an issue up forward for Dartmoor. They lacked that key forward.
If anyone from Hamilton is watching this, can we get a net behind this goal? Because the footy's got lost a lot of times. There's some lads down there, like trying to get the footy out that short tree there. It's just a real nuisance. Tell you what, Cavendish are right in this. Dartmoor have not kicked a single goal with the wind, and it's probably a 3 to 4 goal breeze. Ethan Murdoch's had 5 shots at goal and hasn't got any yet, so Cavendish are right on here if they can kick goals with the wind in this next quarter.
From my perspective, I was kind of worried about this game being a bit one-sided, but no, Cavendish, they played very well with the wind, kicked accurately. This was a neutral ground, so I wondered if that played a factor at all, like the wind advantage.
All right, 34 to 6 at half-time, and I said they needed to kick goals in the wind. They definitely did, so Cavendish are right in this. Dartmoor pressure right on them, even though they are the top team. The pressure is on them huge here, so they'll need to kick a lot of goals in the third quarter.
Tensions were rising as Dartmoor continued to miss their opportunities, and then we had the Cavendish coach Sam Gibson cop a head clash. He got a lot of advice from the crowd throughout the whole day, I noticed, which was interesting. Former league medalist, so he's one of the best from the dish. And then we had a yellow card given to Tully Balshaw. I didn't capture this one, but I do know that Dartmoor only got 2 goals for the quarter, and it just wasn't enough.
So with the win, Dartmoor, they did catch up. They just only got 2 goals though, so a lot of points. They're at 2 goals 11 right now. Still behind Cavendish at 5 goals, 4-34. So it's going to be Cavendish winning this, I reckon. I would like to see Darty have a good comeback here, but I just don't see it happening with all their behinds. Just not kicking accurately, missing Christian Howlett, their forward. I think Murdoch's probably had about 6-7 shots a goal, so it hasn't really worked out for him, but we will see, we might have a bit of a surprising winner in Cavendish.
Here was the big moment from the final quarter now. Cavendish took this mark and got a little 50-metre paid for the shove afterwards, and there was just spot fires everywhere, really. Both sides working goals in the final quarter, including Dartmoor going against the wind, and if they play like this for the whole game, they would have won in my opinion. But anyway, the game was moved on and the ball was rushed to the middle of the ground. Most of us, including the players and spectators, didn't really know this was happening because of all the pushing and shoving going on. But there was the ball was balled up. I'm not sure if they had the required players in the centre of the ground. Like, I don't think they're 666, but I don't think they had the required players in the centre of the ground for the ball up to happen. Maybe they did, but the ball went down and Dartmoor actually got a goal. This was a big moment in this game. Lachlan Blair ran it down the other end of the ground and there was a massive cheer from the crowd. But was it enough to get Dartmoor over the line? No.
Cavendish get the win, 60 to 47. Really good win to them. Big last quarter there. There was a big fight on, and Cavendish kicked a goal out of it. Dartmoor went down and kicked a goal straight away. Like, if Dartmoor played that way throughout the whole game, they probably would have won. But they would be pretty disappointed with that after leading. But really good to Cavendish. You know, there was a bit of scrap in it, a bit of heart in it, but they kick straight. A good kicking is good football. We hear that all the time, and it is true. You can't really win a game with 6 goals 11. There would have been shots that went out of bounds as well. Like, they just really wasted it, especially early Dartmour. So they're in the grand final, you just can't do that. So, nah, well done to Cavendish. Great game. Alright, that was a good day of footy there. A little bit surprising, some of the results, but still got a good viewing as a neutral spectator. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I definitely did, so leave a comment. Cheers, see ya.